Okay, I understand that you want to stay anonymous during this interview. And I want to thank you for taking the time with us. So let's go ahead and get right into it. How long have you been using KU?
Well, I guess I've been on it about 4 months now, ever since my husband got relocated to Kingwood, which is what KU stands for.
When is the first time you realized you had a problem with KU?
Well, see, that's where we differ on opinion. I don't think I have a problem with KU. KU is my friend. It's what I go to during the day when I have questions from everything about the best way to make a chicken casserole or to please my man.
Are you on KU now?
I am. It stays on 24/7. You can always find me under SteeleMagnolia.
And this hasn't affected your family at all?
Well, I wouldn't say it hadn't affected the family. I just simply have outside interests now over and above picking up my DH and my DS at soccer practice.
So it's not affecting your relationship with your husband at all?
Well, you know how men can get. If I'm not paying 100% attention to him when he comes in the evening, then he thinks I'm not doing my wifely duties as laid down in the Bible. However, this is my interest, and he just has to let me have it. It does keep me from my church activities, but, you know, I need KU, Jack Daniels, and a happy woman.
Have you tried to quit KU cold turkey?
I did try that once. It was the worst 25 minutes of my life.
Is there a 12-step program to help you stop?
That's a very interesting question, young man. There are many 12-step programs in this world. I've yet to find one directly for KU, but I like to think step 1 is to admit you enjoy it. Step 2 is you have no other interest, and this is your family now.
So you consider the KU your family?
Oh, of course I do. Look right here. Somebody has posted a thread. They're called threads now, called Love. Love. Somebody by the name of Truth King. Where else can you find such great information and people who have such creative usernames? It makes him sick sometimes, and there are full pages of responses. It might take me a full 20 minutes to get through. I'll be laughing so hard, but I have posted my own opinion about love on this thread, and they're always glad to have my input.
Well, let's go ahead and continue on with this interview, if you don't mind. Are you getting any kind of help, and if you are, what type of help are you getting?
Well, my husband drug me down to our local pastor, and Pastor Jack and I sat there for several hours, and I showed him what I do on KU. I actually think Pastor Jack is now Truth King.
Do you think your next step should be getting professional help?
Well, if I forget my children at school one more time, the principal's going to call Child Protective Services. So if professional help will at least get me out of the house long enough to pick them up, then perhaps I do need to seek professional help.
If you don't get professional help, how long do you think you can keep your family together?
Well, my kids are eventually going to finish growing up and move away, so I'm not really concerned about keeping them close by. Now, keeping my family together long term, that might be my husband. So if I don't get professional help, I expect the marriage to last, another 4 or 5 months. But that's all right.
And one last final question for you. Why did you lose your job?
Well, they like to say it was because I was using company time and company equipment for personal matters. Actually, I could not tear myself away from KU long enough to get to work on time and/or not to use the company's computer to check my email, my messages, to go on KU and discuss things about my DU, my DS, my DH, and my DD. That's a new one. That's my darling dog.
SteeleMagnolia, it looks like you're busy. I just want to thank you for your time.
Well, thank you, young man, for your time. And if you're lucky, you can catch me on KU at SteeleMagnolia.